Bhajar Guru Brahmasdehu Om Ahum Bhajar Guru Brahmasdehu Om Ahum Bhajar Guru Brahmasdehu Om Ahum Bhajar Guru Brahmasdehu
Siddhi Om 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 Manjara Guru Vedma Siddhi Om Om Manjara Guru Vedma Siddhi Om Om Manjara Guru Vedma Siddhi 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 Sadhu 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 Siddhi Om Manjara Guru Vedma 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 Siddhi So, dear friends, please feel welcome to reach out. Don't be shy to bother me or disturb me. Manjara Guru Vedma Siddhi Om Om Manjara Guru Vedma Siddhi 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 Om Banzara Guru Bedma Siddhi Om. Om Om Banzara Guru Bedma Siddhi Om. Om Om Banzara Guru Bedma Siddhi Om. Om Om Banzara Guru Bedma Siddhi Om. Om. So I've been dealing with a few things here at the home front that have been taking a lot of energy. But I hope everyone is doing well, and I'm here to help as much as I can, as often as I can. You know how things go. It's amazing. Great. It's great, Midi Duck. Thank you for sharing that long-winded and expressive message. One of the followers, one of the community members of the Monk Life Meditation community here, sent me a message on WhatsApp and just shared a little bit about their situation and their practice. So is it really that confusing? I'm not saying it's not difficult. It's probably the most difficult thing in the world. But is it really that difficult to practice not thinking? And an extension of that not thinking, not believing in anything. Not thinking about anything, and then if thoughts do arise, not believing in anything. And seeing the self or seeing the truth as a block of wood. So there's no conversation to be had with a block of wood. There's no conversation or there's no thoughts to be had about not thinking and about not believing in anything. In the here and now. Not thinking about anything and not believing in anything in the here and now. I mean, is that fair? Is that okay? Is that accessible or not accessible in some way? And these are kind of rhetorical questions or questions to invite the sense of questioning itself, the sense of wonder, sense of not knowing. I don't know, Michael. You'll need to call in on WhatsApp for me to take a look at that. I don't know what that is. Ciao. Buongiorno. Buenos Aires. So not seeking for anything and not trying to get a hold of anything. And your practice, of course, being now. Whatever now is for you. Whatever now is for me. That's where the practice is. The practice of penetrating into the nowness that is not story-based. not word-based. Is that fair? Is that a fair thing to say? Looking into the lens of the camera that I purchased with the money from the donations without thinking. So what needs to be explained? What do I need to explain? Does the camera need to explain something? Does God need to explain something? What needs to be explained? What could be explained? What is there to explain? And who's going to explain it? So not to get carried away, but actually to get carried in. Not making a story out of this. What the heck's going on? How did that happen? Om Namah Shivaya. All right, I think it's time to sing a song. Arrived, arrived at home, I am at home, living in the here and living in the now, solid as a mountain, free as a white cloud, the door to no self is open and unshakable. Practicing not thinking, practicing not believing in anything. Then we can talk about practicing non-practicing. But this is just a matter of building up your relationship with not thinking and not believing in thoughts. And will give the allowance to go deeper into the mind, practically. But the practice of not thinking and the practice of not believing in anything, that may seem to be very impractical. So you're going to have to learn to be okay with impracticality. Just like we have the wonderful song, we're all moving on a journey to nowhere, taking it easy, taking it slow, taking it slow. No more worry, no need to hurry, nothing to carry. Let it all go, let it all go. Now that sounds pretty nice, right? Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a relaxing song, soothing the heart, soothing the mind. But in terms of the self, that's a very impractical combination of words. We're on a journey going nowhere, taking it easy and taking it slow. Tell your boss that. Tell your wife that. Tell your loan shark that. And yet, this is what we step into. This is the way of practice and the way of being that we face. This is not something to convince anybody about. This is beyond people, beyond places, beyond thoughts. I mean, what are we talking about here? Do you believe in the Bible? Do you believe in God? Do you believe that you're God? Do you believe that clouds are thoughts? Do you believe that you understand everything? So actually, we get off of this chair, the king's chair, the queen's chair of understanding and superiority and authority, especially if we wish to do this practice or go deeper into the mind, or face reality, face suffering, find truth, or explore even the notion of truth for ourselves, not according to what someone else has thought or believed or told us. I've been on a little bit of a journey myself. So all the non-duality is not about denying anything. All the not thinking is not about getting rid of thoughts. It's allowing thoughts to dissipate upon their own power and to start cracking the code of this habit energy or this belief mechanism that keeps us stuck and lost in the same cycle of thinking and the same cycle of reactivity to stimuli. What is authenticity? I've heard that from some people. That's probably why, some people care about me, or because I don't know why people care about me. I mean, I don't have a choice. I have to lug this thing around. But what is that authenticity? Is it vulnerability? Is it openness? Is it presence? Is it a not belonging? Is it a not possessing? Is there an authenticity of no possession, no possessor, no subject, no object, no real true story? I find that so liberating and also so accessibly clear that there's no real true story. And I think the smiles that we share with each other, the experiences we may have in meditation, the good things that we do for others or experience from others, it's so not reliant upon story. Story is overlaid on it. Thoughts and phrases are overlaid on those experiences, physical or mental experiences. But would you say that love is a story? Would you say that hate is a story? Would you say that fear is a story? Would you say that pleasure is a story? Would you say that pain is a story? No, of course not. That's ridiculous. It's nonsensical. So why are we so dedicated to story making? Why are we so addicted to a constant state of belief? What is necessary to believe right now? Why do you want to go anywhere? Why do you want to do anything? Is it necessary to be in that state of wanting and seeking? And what is so wrong with begging? Why is begging wrong? Why is begging looked down upon? Why is begging wrong? Why is begging looked down upon? I think begging is good. I think that beggars are generally harmless. I think that begging is, in a certain sense, a vital protest against capitalism, consumerism, materialism, the notion of personal possession. Because in the story of ourselves, especially as it relates to other people, because we know so little about other people, and in a very curious sense, we know very little about ourselves. Why do you dream the way that you do? Why do these thoughts come up again and again? Why are you living your life the way that you're living in it? And in that authenticity of instantaneous non thinking, there is no answer. There is no story for why this is happening. It's impossible for there to be a story that describes this, because this is not something that anyone has ever gotten a hold of. What is it? What is this? So the mind searching this word, this thing, that thing. What is it? What is it? Release, control, and surrender to the love that surrounds you, that is you. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. One more time, all together now. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. Where did you come from? Where are you going? It's all nonsense. It's inhuman. It's alienic. This isn't a question of let's get enlightened. How enlightened are you? How enlightened am I? This is how human can you be? How open can you be? How forgiving can you be? How much grace are you willing to receive? Are you willing to receive all the grace in the world, all the forgiveness in the world? But I've got to, I'm worried about tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow, a day away. It's a fairy tale. Tomorrow is a fairy tale. What's so wrong with fairy tales? Nothing. As long as we know that they're illusory. Everything that you have, everything that you've earned, everything that you've built up, irregardless of how well you are able to make use of it, is empty of being permanent already, whether it's there or it's not there. This is the so-called real practice. This is the so-called meditating on not someone, not something, meditating on the truth, or being with, or contemplating, or, rolling the marbles in our mouth of ever new impermanent nature, shining out, shining out through all the cracks of our grasping, of our avoiding, of our suffering, of our judging, of our story making. Stories are good, but we don't need cobblers on every street corner. Yeah, everybody wears shoes. Shoes are, most people are using shoes, but it doesn't mean that we have to replace every shop with a cobbler. Not thinking should be humbling. Not believing in anything should be humbling. Humbling and opening. Opening the door to an identity based on awareness rather than on thinking and believing in things. It's all about balance. If there's not enough milk, hopefully vegan milk, in the coffee, then it's bitter. It's too bitter. It doesn't taste good. If there's too much milk, you don't have enough bitterness. We're back. We're back. We're back. The irrelevance of all identities, the irrelevance of your life, the irrelevance of yourself, the irrelevance of all your thoughts, the irrelevance of the thought or the notion of being able to own something, to possess something, to own land, to own property, to own materials, to own the body. You know, slavery is just an extension out of the notion of being able to own our own bodies, that our own bodies are our possessions. So naturally, we'd want to extend that out to other bodies. Can you imagine all notions, all thoughts, all structures, all conventions being irrelevant, being as untrue as they are true, being as empty as they are full of realness or validity or permanence? Let it all go. Let it all fall apart. Let it be the way that it is already without needing to think about it. And if thoughts happen, so what? Why are you so convinced of this need to believe in thoughts, to be involved with thoughts, to identify with thoughts? Why are you so convinced that there needs to be a discussion about the sky? Something needs to be fixed, something needs to be solved, something needs to be managed, something needs to be taken care of. Says who? Why do giraffes have long necks? Because tall trees. Why do humans have eyes, ears, nose, tongues, bodies, and minds? Because of the universe. human constructs of knowledge and convention are irrelevant to truth, to reality, to the nature, the true nature, the original nature. Human conventions and thoughts and stories and structures are even irrelevant, is kind of a practice methodology, trying to give a hint where there's nothing to hint to. Irrelevant is irrelevant of itself already. Empty is empty of itself already. What is emptiness? Just another thought, just another idea. Can we really be human enough to see the value in just being with whatever? Being with whatever here and now, without adding and without subtracting, no math. No math. I know it helps. Seems like it helps when there's something to be inspired about, there's something to believe in, there's something to take refuge in. But this work and this community and this teaching and this truth is a lot deeper than that. And if we want to play our part, we need to be a lot deeper than taking refuge in things, taking refuge in thoughts, taking refuge in concepts. Doesn't mean that they can't be used, but knowing how to use them without attachment. That's wisdom, that's compassion. That's the kind of exploitation that cleans the rivers and revitalizes the groundwater. And, is it profound? Is it important? Is it precious? What could be more profound than all the shit that I've put in the toilet? So your life, your suffering, your shit, your nightmare, your weakness, your habit, your ordinariness is just as profound as taking a human body and putting it into a blender and making a smoothie for, the earth. So everything is profound in how profane it is. Everything is subtle in terms of how coarse it is. We might have this idea, wow, what's Dr. Rob mean about this? And, what does this teacher mean about this? It's just leaning onto intellectual knowledge. There's nothing relying on the intellect here. It's like the greatest dream of the wealthiest man on planet Earth is to go to a planet down the road. Something outside of this is absurd and problematic, clearly. Being a leader, being a follower, being a shitter, being a pisser, what's the difference? I shit, you shit, we all shit, or we die. So, not about the roles we play, but how willing are you to shit there and piss there and meditate until you die? Now, meditate until whatever it is that's burdening you dies. Whatever we have is just to be used. You can't keep it with you. You can't carry it with you. It's just for using. Using for what? That's the question. What are you using your things for? What are you using your possessions for? What are you using your body for? And if the answer is zero, then let it be zero. But don't be attached to zero either. We become poets. We become artists. We become challengers. We become forgivers. We become redirectors. So don't identify with zero either. That's also ridiculous. It's like shitting in your pants when the toilet's right over there, in my house or in someone else's house. We might all be okay under the tutelage and support of our lineages, various lineages that we've connected with, practiced with. But what about the couch? How's the couch going to feel when you shit all over it? This is not what the body, what the mind, the ego is interested in. You become a meditation master. You get all the meditation experiences you ever wanted. You get all the wisdom that you've ever wanted. And you find yourself with a horrible stomach ache. How is that fair? How is that possible? So there is no fairness in the body. There's no fairness in the mind. No explanation for anything. So don't come here looking for fairness. Don't come here looking for something that can be justified or understood. The only thing that I'm going to justify is my escape. How to escape. How to get away from that suffering. How to end that suffering. And in that escape, there is no justice. Justice dissolves into immediacy. So stop trying to get what you've earned and get what you're owed and receive an explanation. There is no explanation. There is no justification. There is no proof. You can't prove anything. I can't prove anything to you. This age of AI, it's over. Proof is over. You cannot believe what you see. Factually. You cannot believe what you hear. Factually. So this practice of non-belief becomes more and more relevant, more and more good. Jason Noble, fuck off. What value does this have? I don't think it has any value. It's weird. If anything, it's weird. This is weird. Super weird. Hyper weird. Ultra weird. And unexplainable and unfathomable. I mean, if I tried to explain it, it would be so stupid. Whether it's convincing or not. So irrelevant, so nonsensical, whether it's convincing or not. Keep it simple. This pack of cigarettes costs 20,000 dong, 30,000 dong. Pay and go. Don't add any extra complication to the directness of experience. Especially when it comes to your sadhana, your practice. Don't think about it. Don't try to understand it. And don't follow blindly, because that's not enough. You have to be blind, deaf, dumb, empty. No follower, no following, no teacher, no student, no nothing. Especially not nothing. That's just nonsense. Practicing to not think, practicing to not believe in anything. Hear the mind, see the sights, feel the feelings, and don't judge them as good or bad. If it's a good one, fuck it. If it's a bad one, fuck it. Just a feeling, just a sound, just a seeing, just a thought. This is a special seeing. This is a vipassana. This is a Dhamma vipassana. Seeing with detachment. Thinking with detachment. The present moment action of mindfulness and detachment is enlightenment, is nibbana. Nibbana is not about pain and pleasure. It's about no suffering. It's about not causing suffering, not being in the wheel of cause and effect, not being in the moment of intentional actions. No doer, no doing, nothing done. There's nothing to talk about, there's nothing to discuss. There's nothing to think about, nothing to hold, nothing to get rid of. So what do you do with this nothing? Everybody knows not thinking. Everybody knows not believing. But are you willing to not know all of those words that have just gone by? Are you willing to not know yourself? To not know who you are? To not know who anybody is? To not know what anything is? To no longer believe in stories, even in the midst of stories? To no longer try to avoid pain, even in the midst of pain? To no longer try to seek pleasure, even in the midst of pleasure? To get yourself turned off. To turn off yourself. To give yourself away. To not be in control. For the very notion of you being in control to be ridiculous, to be a joke, to be ironic, to be sarcastic, that anybody could be in control of anything that anyone could possess anything, that anyone could be anything, that anyone could live up to an identity in their own minds or in someone else's mind. Practicing not thinking, practicing to not believe in anything. Okay, that is our 1 hour Dhamma talk, teaching talk, direct pointing, satsang. And now, if anyone would like to ask a question or call in on WhatsApp, you're welcome to do so. That's the number for WhatsApp. Don't be shy to call in. Are we more than machines? Are we more than tubes? Shit tubes and eating tubes, you know? I mean, we're like a worm. You know, they always show the images growing up in school of the earthworm, and the earthworm eats through one hole and, you know, makes the fertilizer out the other hole and transform it, right? So are we that different from that? I mean, it's the same basic premise, just more tubes. But are we more than machines? I don't know what you're trying to say there. Hello, hello, a brand new day has begun. Everything is beautiful and clear. The moon, shining without light. Yeah, I've had a little bit of a rough week too, just different things taking care of, taking a lot of energy. So If the self is a whisper of awareness, then what is intuition and can it be trusted? Mask off, just like futures foretold. Mask off. The sun, it shines on everyone. The sun, it shines on everyone. The sun's on everyone. I am not crazy. 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 Oh, the eye rolls there are really good, really authentic. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining in the live stream. I hope that you're happy and peaceful. And I want you to know that my instructions for you is to do your best to take good care of your life. And I'll be here doing the same. And we'll meet in space. So this element of practice, this element of the practice, that is not having anywhere to go and not having anything to do, is very vital and alive. So see if you can sit with that. See if you can be with that. See how deeply you can enter that naturally, without contrivance, without trying to meditate. How much you can dissolve or allow to dissolve all of the constructs of people and places and situations and obligations and plans, to allow those to dissolve naturally. Naturally allow all those to dissolve. You see what I'm saying? Just sitting here, me, just sitting here. Is there really anywhere to go? Is there really anything to do? And fuck it, why do you need to think about it? Just be retarded. Just let your mind be broken and empty and hopeless and helpless. Let it be open. Is there really anywhere that you need to go? Is there really anything that you need to do? No. So allow no to fucking hammer in the nail of the body into the earth. And you know, what a nightmare this life is, truthfully. So all of your dreaming is going to get you in a lot of big trouble. And the only way to get out of that trouble is to detach, to arrive and detach, to arrive at no departing, to detach from attaching and detaching. Just this as it is, right now. Don't think about anything. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Face the wall, meditate, like the army. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. But allowing that to happen naturally. Look at all these people. Why are you so important? Why are you so special? Look at all these things. Why is that thing so important? Why is that thing so special? It's irrelevant. So you need to allow it to be irrelevant. You need to give it the chance to be irrelevant, because it is. Doesn't matter what it is. Even your body is irrelevant. The entire structure of your brain and mind is irrelevant. May I be happy. May you be happy. May all beings everywhere be happy. May you find peace and joy. May the lion's roar of the Buddha pervade your heart and soul. And if there are any people out there that have the materials and the wills and the feminine minds to put Dr. Rob's book together, then I hope that they're not lazying around. I hope they're doing all that they can to begin to plant the seeds of Dr. Rob's book, And that's about the only way you're going to get Dr. Rob back in Australia is for Dr. Rob's book launch and book tour, Australian book tour. Work on a title, work on putting all those things together. That's how you make a book, okay? I don't want nothing to do with it. Cancel that. Be discreet. Be discreet. As they say, tell no one, hide your virtuous activities, and bring to light all of your faults and errors. Hide your virtuous activities and bring to light and share your faults and errors. I've just been tired out and a little bit anxious and a little bit discombobulated this week with my, some paperwork and things like that, and just thinking about stuff like that, which I don't like. So it's just take a lot of energy, a lot of worry. May your ego die from diarrhea. We'll have to find a publisher. Thank you. Very kind. You know, it would be a good book. How not to commit that, S word. How not to commit suicide. That would probably be a good book. A easy book. Make it like a children's book. That's a good idea. And then make it a book like the 5 Precepts. How not to commit suicide, and in the style of a children's book, and talking about protecting life and the generosity. Hello, Karen.
Hi,
How are you
how are you?
doing? Oh, I'm well.
Mm, good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that.
So is now a good time to talk if you still wanted to?
Yeah, I'm kind of tired and I'm in excruciating pain.
What's going on?
My knees are both swollen, and for 2 weeks I can't sleep because it's so painful.
What happened to your knees?
I'm not really sure. I think it's a lifetime of being in the army, jumping out of helicopters. Um, and maybe a combination of being an athlete in CrossFit for 5 years, lifting really incredibly heavy weight. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's the chemotherapy that I went through. That I am not sleeping, and I'm in writhing pain. So um I went to the emergency room at Fort Lewis, and they give drugs that you can kind of get addicted to. So then yesterday, I went to see a naturopathic physician who can do some uh, prolozone shots in my knee. It's a regenerative shot that uses ozone, like a high concentration of oxygen and vitamins, and I'm not sure what else. But I can't get in for that until January 6th. So, yeah. I see that you're done with the Australian.
Yeah, the Australian trip is finished, has wrapped up.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're in Vietnam now.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
Vietnam.
Good. What are you doing in Vietnam?
Looking at the rain. It's
Really?
really quite a beautiful scene, yeah.
We're having rain, and we're having like an atmospheric river. It's dumping rain on us, and we've got really bad floods.
So have you been taking narcotic medication?
Um, is Tylenol 3 narcotic?
Oh, that's not the good stuff, but I think it's a codeine. It's got some codeine in it. I think. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's got oxycodone in it, which
Oh,
is codeine.
oxycodone. I think that's different from codeine.
I think it is. So I bet I don't have any more, and it really wasn't doing anything for me. So tonight, I took some Motrin and Tylenol together, and I don't know what to do. I've
Now you sold your condo, right?
I did.
Yeah. And now you're with your family in the American the stateside.
Yeah, I went to my daughter's. My daughter is 26, and she's in a flute choir she plays the flute in a flute choir and a flute quartet, and she also dances ballet in a local theater. So I went to that tonight. So it's just something that I've been missing out on the last 8 years. And I'm supposed to go to India with a girlfriend of mine for 2 months. So
How'd you
I
come
kind
up
of
with
had
that?
India.
Yeah, how'd you come up with that plan?
My girlfriend got excited about it, wanted to go, and I was like, it'd be nice to go and meditate in the Himalayan mountains.
Yeah.
But I got to get myself to a place of like I need to be out of this pain.
Well, you really can't trust that stuff. You can't trust it because you you only have one option, and that's to detach.
from
So, well,
from the
from the
pain.
pain, yeah, from being convinced by the pain,
Okay.
being taken in by it, and you know, you just walk it out. Probably, that's what's
Okay.
most likely is you just walk it out and you don't believe it, because it can be the psychic inflammation, the mental inflammation. It's like with back pain. There's a guy, I forgot what was his name, but he wrote a bestseller. He wrote a really high-ended book of how most back pain is, psychological, actually. So I mean that's one thing you can if you're already looking towards the naturopathy, this is even more naturopathy than that.
Yeah.
And also, my teacher will be in the U.S. He's in India right now, but he'll be in the U.S. starting in January. So you could possibly go and meet him and see the group over there, and that could be
Oh.
good support as well. He's in like L.A. He'll be in like L.A. and they might also do like a road trip. Usually they do, but he'll be doing some retreats. So that'd be a good starting point before you go out over to India.
Oh yeah. I would like to meet your teacher.
Yeah, he's full on. So this is like getting transported back to the 60s and stuff, meeting one of these kind of guys. So it's a good
Wow.
good opportunity.
Wow.
Yeah,
Um.
you just take a flight. It'll be beginning of January or so, and then they'll
Okay.
pick you up at the airport, or you could even arrive. When when my teacher is arriving, I'll help you coordinate it.
I would
And
like
just
that.
yeah, and it'll be good. And
Yeah. I'll go. I will make arrangements to go meet with your teacher and stay for
yeah,
a while.
yeah.
Yeah. Um. So as far as the knee pain, what I did the other day is I just said today's the day that I put aside the knee pain. Today, I don't have knee pain. I'm going to do something else.
Yeah, well, probably go walk, because the knee pain that you're dealing with is not a danger pain. A danger pain will be something different. So you might just need to walk a little bit and get the fluid moving around in there, stuff like that.
Okay.
Try, but the just like the general throbbing pain is,
Mm-hmm.
it takes us down long dark roads that don't really lead anywhere. You spend your whole life trying to fix this phantom pain that actually is just like an accumulation of attachment or psychological. So anyways, you
Okay.
can try, don't injure yourself, but you can try, just go walk around and meet that pain. That's the really interesting part of it, especially when it's dull and continuous. Because when it just pops up out of nowhere, it's kind of like a very new experience, so it's difficult to meet that. But when it's dull and continuous, you're kind of getting used to it, and then you can
Yeah.
turn your mind towards really, really looking into it, really meeting it, looking right at it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I will do that. I. It's really bad.
yeah.
It's really hard to.
But it's a good. I mean, that's a blessing right there. It's a very good blessing. So you just make use of it and breathe with it and face it and experience it, because that's where you're going to get the most nutrition out of it. Otherwise, you're just going to waste it.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at it like it was sort of some kind of blessing.
But you
Like,
gotta you gotta open your mouth up to receive that blessing. You gotta open your mind up to receive that pain on the most subtle levels and layers in the most
okay.
direct way possible. Sit with
Okay.
it, breathe with it, like you're giving birth.
I was.
Yeah,
I actually have been.
yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm in labor, I'm giving birth to. And then, so like what you're saying is true. Like, I am giving birth to something.
Well, I mean, the first thing that I thought about was that, you just made this big life change, and now somehow this knee pain is coming up out of nowhere. So it's
Mm-hmm.
probably something that was there before that you're now just becoming more sensitive about, because maybe that's why you were in that situation, because you were covering up this kind of pain that was there by focusing on these other things, getting more out of body. Who knows? That could be it. I don't know. But it's certainly not, seems very strong coincidence, right? That it would come out directly after you made a big life change like that. So
That's not lost on me, but that's really good that you pointed that out. It's kind of, I've been told a few times that knee pain is about relationship pain, and I'm like, no, I'm tough. I'm not hurt. No, two guys can dump me. I dated a couple of times after my husband died, and they both dumped me out of the blue when it was going really well. And so sometimes I think, is that the thing that is coming up because of the knee pain? Is it?
don't think about it intellectually.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That feels better. Then I don't have to think of all the garbage.
No, the intellectual thinking is not real knowledge. It's not true knowledge. So you just need to disregard it.
Okay.
Don't try
All
to
right.
get rid of it. Don't reject it, but just ignore it as it's coming up and going away and going around. You just ignore it.
Okay, good. I have tuning forks, so I've been working with some of those to see if that will relieve me.
Well, that's the problem. That's a part of the problem, trying to relieve it, trying to get rid of it. I mean, what if it's something, it is something that's there. So you trying to get rid of it is just you making an enemy or an adversary out of an aspect of yourself, your experience.
It's a Satan. It's, yeah, you're right. It's become a Satan or a Satan.
You become Satan when you try to reject a part of what you're experiencing, what's experiencing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So just allow it.
Okay. Just allow it. Okay. And then just go on with my life the way I
Probably
want
walk.
to do.
I mean, my guess would just be you need to go walk.
Okay.
And as I do, maybe it's a good idea to lose some weight as well. I don't know what your weight is, but I know I can definitely lose some weight.
My weight is horrible, and
There you go.
since I got into my own place, I'm cooking my own meals and eating a vegan diet,
Great.
low fat.
Yeah.
Really, it's a low fat vegan diet.
Yeah.
Not quite vegan, because I have some eggs that I've been kind of eating every now and then. So tonight I had a couple of scrambled eggs and rice and vegetables. But it's mainly vegan. And then another thing that relieves it is watching funny videos, like farm animals doing funny things.
Yeah, because it's a distraction. It's just like all that stuff you had before was a distraction that you let go of. So now less distraction and more awareness of what's going on. Probably.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
So it's not real though. We live in a
Hologram.
okay, I was gonna say simulated reality hologram. And nothing is real. So the pain that I'm feeling is not even real, and the body that I have isn't even a real body.
Well, you tell that to your knee pain. See what it says.
Okay, you're not real.
What does it say?
It's
Fuck you, pay me.
well,
Right?
yeah, that's kind of what it's saying.
Yeah.
Because it's screaming.
Yeah. Smart knee pain.
Damn.
So you really got to allow, and you got to experience it, and then you can defeat it or you can win. I'll send you a talk as well from Martin Piadamo. He's a Thai Ajahn, great Thai Ajahn, German,
Okay.
hardcore
Yeah.
guy, rough guy, and
Yeah.
he talks about this in his stuff. So you listen to this, good for pain. And that's the thing, you've got a very good practice buddy in that pain. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Because it's saying, look, this pain is very real, this pain is very consistent, this pain is very true. And now you can go and listen, because a lot of the masters, they talk about pain, because that's one of the primary sources of suffering that we go through. So Thich Nhat Hanh will talk about pain. Ajahn Brahm will talk about pain.
Well, I was thinking the other day when I'm in the middle of this pain, breathing like I'm in labor, and I was like, you gave birth without pain medicine. You could do this. Yeah. What city are you in?
I'm just in the main city. I'm in the normal city of Ho Chi Minh.
Ho Chi Minh, yeah. Wow.
But I'm just here taking care of some paperwork so I can get a visa.
Oh, good. Maybe on the way home from India, I can come through Ho Chi Minh.
Maybe.
I got a 5-year visa for India.
Yeah. Well, have you been to India before? You have, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. You've been to India.
Yeah, a few times, many months.
Did you go to Dharamsala?
I haven't been there. That's on the list.
Yeah.
On the list.
I went to the Dalai Lama's compound. I'm not sure how you say it, where he lives and teaches.
Right.
And we were going to meet the Dalai Lama, but he decided that it would be more important to go teach something somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah. And then I sent you a picture. I met this monk. He was fascinating. He spent 12 years of his life meditating on the side of a mountain in seclusion. The only contact he had is the person who brought food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I sent you that link.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, let me know. Keep in touch. And I wish you a lot of good luck and a lot of good blessings with making use of that pain, letting that pain be a teacher and, really facing it, really being with it as fully as you can. Now, you're not going to be able to do it later. So the now of facing that pain is really good.
In the now moment. Okay. I'm really glad we talked, even though I'm half asleep, because I haven't been sleeping. So
Yeah, and if you're not sleeping, then listen to the Dharma talks. You know, it's something screaming at you, yelling at you, saying, you need to listen to this, right? So
Yeah.
the meditation masters, they know about this. They know about the knee pain. So if you're going to be sitting there struggling and being in horrible pain experience, you might as well be doing that while you listen to a Dharma talk, because that's otherwise that's what Dharma talks are like, is horrible experience, boring, horrible, experiences. So that's why we don't listen to them. So if we're already in that kind of experience, it's not going to make it worse to actually hear the Dharma, hear somebody talk about pain and how to deal with that pain. It's going to be very realistic for us when we're in that kind of feeling.
I'm looking forward to hearing what they have to say, because
it's very real. Because it's very real for you right now,
Yeah. A couple of times I'm getting a little frantic. Like, I'll do anything to get rid of this pain. Maybe I need to go to the weed store. Maybe I need to go get high. And then I'm having all these thoughts.
Well, go to the Martin Piadamo store, because then you're going to have a whole nother layer of problems as you get into the weed. That's for sure.
Right. I'm not going to do that, but it goes through my mind because I'm getting carried away with the pain, and then I'm like, you don't want to start this thing with taking weed or THC or whatever it is, because you don't want to get addicted. That's not the life you want to live. And then I thought, you just need to go back to the emergency room. Maybe they'll give you more and then I'm like, I don't want to be addicted to pills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not what.
Well, this is probably the journey. This is probably why you were paying all those bills and involved with all that different stuff, because this pain was underneath the surface. It's both knees, right?
It's both.
Yeah. That's what it was, right? So now you shed it off a layer, and now you've got the deeper work to deal with. So good. It's a good sign. That's how it goes. That's probably what it is. So practice with it, and it should keep you on the edge of being serious about practice and being serious about bringing this suffering to an end.
Okay. What is all of that about? Like, is the pain about, like, I didn't get my way?
No. I mean, it's suffering, it's craving and aversion, right? So if that pain was there in a certain kind of way, underneath the surface, and your very advanced habit energy of aversion, right, is covering it up with all these things that you were involved with that weren't even really that important to you. But somehow they put your consciousness or your attention out of the body. Now you've shedded those bills and those responsibilities and all that stuff, and now that consciousness, that awareness is more in the body, and so it's noticing this situation going on.
And then for a bed, I bought a bed that just fits me. It's not a king size bed. It's not a queen size bed. You know what I mean? It's a bed that just fits me. I have only what I need, and it's not like I don't know, I was involved with two men, and I just am like, nope, I'm not trying to attract any of that. I don't know. Sorry, it's. Yeah. The knee pain will decrease.
Well, it'll decrease if you transform it and listen to Ajahn Brahm, listen to Martin P. Adamo, and get the instructions and detach from your own understanding about it.
Okay. I can get a better understanding by listening to their talks.
Probably.
Okay. Do you have any plans for this weekend?
No.
Yeah. Will I see you on live soon?
Sure, sure. And you can also make a donation or show some support. Some big support is always appreciated and a way to stay connected as well.
I will.
Yeah. Because that's one of the biggest things is our own egos are too much in the way for us to receive support. So
That's true.
how do we get our own egos out of the way? You know, how do we surrender? How do we sacrifice? How do we put our head down to the floor? Well, usually it's with some kind of surrender, some kind of self-sacrifice, some kind of major action of generosity, major action of volunteering, major action of giving up or giving away. So it helps, you know, if you get value from this, then you kind of have to beat yourself up to stay connected to it. Because that's what it is. It's yourself getting beat up. So why would you want to do that? You wouldn't. So you're naturally going to move away from it. And then you don't get to get the value of it or make use of it. So we have to sacrifice ourselves in the face of the direct experience. And the pain is just pain. That's the body. There's a body there. So how do we bring the essence of not suffering, not identifying with, not avoiding, not chasing to that pain? And that's how we win. But you know, it's a process, but we can
not avoiding it, letting it be.
Yeah.
How did I send you money before on Zelle?
Yeah, I can send you my Zelle. It's just my phone number, right?
Okay. I'm just looking for you. I don't see it. What is your phone number?
443-987-6521.
443-987. Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry, just not working. I'll go to your link that you sent me.
Oh, you're okay.
Oh, when we get off the phone, I'll do it because I can't do it while we're on the phone.
Yeah, sure. So that pain is it's not really good or bad.
No, it's not.
I'm sitting here with some knee pain because I'm sitting cross-legged, so the knee pain starts to come up. I've been sitting cross-legged for like an hour or two.
Oh yeah. When I sit in easy pose, I have to undo my legs and sit with my legs straight for a while.
Are you still sitting in meditation posture during this knee pain period?
No, I can't bend my knee. It's too swollen. 443-987-6521.
Yeah. Swollen knees.
Yeah, the left knee is more swollen than the right knee, and I've been using ice on it it sort of relieves it a little bit.
Yeah, there's a secret message in the bottle of pain. Secret message in the bottle of pain. And of course, it's easy to say that when you're not going through it.
There's a secret message in the bottle of pain.
Yeah.
I would like to know what that message is.
Good. So you got to listen closely.
I'm going to have to listen closely because I have been laying here wondering, what is this all about?
And Ajahn Brahm for pain. I'll send you a link for that too. You're probably a little bit, it sounds a little bit more like an Ajahn Brahm situation. Dealing with pain, dealing with chronic pain. Yeah.
I have some chronic pain. I have some neuropathy left over from chemotherapy. And I take some supplements that my naturopath recommended. I take a combination of a few things, and they really help.
Here's another one.
Oh, good.
All right, well, go and listen to Ajahn Brahm and go and lay with the pain, sit with the pain.
Okay.
You practice with it.
Practice with it.
Well, you practice, you just need to listen and let the pain do its thing.
Okay.
Right? And I'm looking forward to a major donation, Karen.
Major donation. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, dear.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good. Bye.
Oy, pain. Oh. Pain that won't stop, that's miserable, and that you want to stop. How is that? How's that experience for you? Pain that you absolutely want to end and to stop, but that will not stop. Non-stop pain that you don't want. Yeah, somebody said feels like death. Oh, nice. Woot from Belgium. Watcham. Oh, yeah. All right, let's call Whoop from Belgium. Coercion. Hey, we all got to put some coins in the piggy bank somehow. I wouldn't say I would say encouragement, not coercion. Just because you're selfish doesn't mean that someone else is. Here we go. Hello.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Wout. I did not expect this call.
Are you you're in the jungle of Thailand? You're at the monastery.
Not quite in the jungle. I'm in Chiang Mai.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been to that place. You know, I became a monk in Chiang Mai in 2018.
Sweet. That's a while ago.
Yeah, but I'm not a monk anymore.
Okay.
You know, and because we run on a donation basis here, and because a Western is not usual for donating or for offering, you know, you have to give some encouragement. Really, they're kind of looking for you to sell something to them, but I'm not willing to do that. So I just encourage people to donate and let it be its own thing. You know, if someone feels uncomfortable with that, then they do what they want to do. Pain makes you feel alive. That's a good thing too. Yeah, so what questions did you have, or what did you have the idea to share about, or to question about that maybe I could help with? You said you did those retreats, so that's good, but what are you trying to get out of meditation now that you can't?
I just really see that it's that the Dharma, following the teachings and sitting in silence is bringing to me. I just feel like deepening and seeing where the path takes me. And currently, I'm just in a little bit of a transition space. I do healing work with my clients. I offer inner work, and I'm in a phase where I made enough money to be spending time with the deeper question of, okay, what's really next? What do I want to dedicate my adult life to? I'm 34 now, and yeah, I'm just being with, okay, what is a way for me to be of service, or what's really exciting for me to create in this next year. Yeah, I didn't reach out specifically for that. I just did. I really like the way you show up with your presence. There's the kind of non-bullshit quality to it. And yeah, apparently you called me, so here we are, and this is what's alive for me right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done some like 10-day retreats here and there, and there's just less and less of material desire in my life, that I'm just feeling into what would like a few months retreat give me. But at the same time, I'm also like, I'm in between monk life and lay life, and I'm trying to find my way with that to make that work. And it seems to be working out, but there's something I would just like some more clarity about what I'm actually intending to create for the next year, so I can actually more consciously go about that. Yeah, and there's just a lot of not knowing, and I'm just allowing myself to stretch as much as possible in that not knowing. Yeah.
Well, it's the same old shit that comes up again and again, you know? I mean, sometimes it's diarrhea, sometimes it's solid, maybe it changes color a little bit, but it's kind of the same old shit. And that's why it's so convincing. That's why it's so believable. Because we're so used to it. We have such a natural connection with that shit. But this real shit is, kind of empty of your life. It doesn't depend on your life. It doesn't depend on your identity. It doesn't depend on what you think about things. So, what you're going to get out of a multi-month retreat is a whole lot of nothing. That's primarily what you're going to get. You get some store of energy, but that energy will work itself out as well. So, yeah, it's a very, very bad situation to be in. It's kind of a very bad case, but you can do whatever you want, and so that's good, right? I mean, you can enjoy the potentiality to do whatever you want, and that's a very freeing and comfortable position to be in, right? So you can enjoy it. But spiritually, it's very untenable, very hopeless. And you have to embrace that hopelessness for you getting somewhere. The openness to you not getting anywhere. And then the natural meditation can take place. And you don't need to worry too much about doing the long-term meditation retreat, even though that's good. It's much better if you want to do something like that, you go to connect, like you said in your message, you go to connect with the Sangha or the meditation master environment, and you get some Dhamma. But personal meditation, you're going to have a hard limit on success because you're going to be taking refuge in your own understanding. It's like trying to dig through the wall with your fingernails. You might get a little bit into that wall, but eventually you're just going to be bludgeoning your fingers against something that you can't do anything about.
Because I'm just kind of in my own box, you mean? And
Yeah,
any
yeah,
challenging or other
yeah.
perspective.
What you're really asking for is to get fucking your ass whooped, and who really wants to get their ass whooped? Nobody does. But that's what it takes. We have to be willing to get our ass whooped by the Dharma, by the path, by the way, and that means sacrifice. Sacrificing our ego, sacrificing ourself, sacrificing our possessions, sacrificing our money, sacrificing our self-control, sacrificing our self-reliance in a lot of different ways. And so the meditation retreat kind of becomes this cop-out where we think that we're going there to meditate or to sacrifice ourselves, but actually we're kind of going there to take refuge in ourselves fully. And you're not going to get very far by doing it that way. It's like a pseudo-monkism. But that's not how it's done. You do the pseudo-monkism by going and being a real layperson with the meditation masters, with the gurus. So there's places in Thailand I can recommend you to go. I can tell you to go. But you're going to have to pay for that. And if you don't pay for that, it's not going to be worth anything to you. But why would you want to pay for something that's free? So it's very confusing, actually. I don't sell anything. I don't sell any services. Nobody has to do anything for me in my time. If I tell someone to donate, they can tell me, I'm not donating nothing to you. And I'll still be there for them, when the time comes. But it's a real ego challenge, and that's why it's so important that our meditation practice is more about connecting with the masters and listening to the lineages and things like that rather than the personal meditation retreat, even though that's a good thing to do as well. But if you really want to shake up the situation, you may want to try to find a master that you can go and practice with or be in the environment around.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can send you to multiple places in Thailand where you can go, but it ain't free. And it doesn't cost anything either. So that's a bad problem to be in. That's why usually people go their own way. Because there's not much of a belief here in pricelessness. So you want to go back to your own understanding, go back to your own ego, go back to your own position of understanding. But that position of understanding is not good. It's the problem that you're trying to get over. So if you really want to get help, you'll donate a bunch of money to me, and you'll listen to what I say, and you'll do what I say, and you'll see what happens. But otherwise, I can't help you. Go and think about that.
sarvatatam vadam vajramami muja vajrabhava ma samaya sadhu. Oh
So it's a kind of very subtle and very, in a certain sense, very mysterious way of being and way of not thinking and way of arriving at home where we are already absent of self, of someone in the here and now. So We should be a little bit closer to true 4K now. And, we have to get out of this mindset of insulting and criticizing and actually get into a mindset of sharing and offering our experience and questioning. Be curious, be a participant, not just a consumer. And in many ways, we've been trained to primarily be consumers. But this is not something to consume. And whether or not you like this is, that's not what this is about. This is not about if you like it or not. Okay, that's a little bit too high. Oh, hey, brother man. Yeah, if you like to make a donation on a PayPal, then that's a great way to support and show your sincerity and your practice of generosity. Uh, if that's something you want to do, then that's very appreciated and that's very valuable for me being able to not sell anything and continue doing my work. So we maybe we can start there. But also, brother man, what you need to understand is that the real kind of donation here is nothing to do with me, but it's a matter of self-sacrifice. So, to your degree of willingness to sacrifice your body and mind to go and stay at a meditation center, to go and train with some masters in Thailand, I got your back, whether you donate or not. But all things considered, let's take our first step and let's see you put your money where your mouth is, and I'll be watching over my PayPal. And anyways, for me as a businessman, as a young businessman, that's just a little bit more on the level than selling something. What am I going to sell? My experience? Am I going to sell the resources that I'm aware of? Come on. I'd rather coerce people to donate of their own free will. Because we're not running much of a business here. Dr. Rob's back, baby. Back on top, back with the energy, back with the timeless presence. Timeless presence, baby. Come on, give it to me, demons. Give it to me, Satan. Come on. You give back as much as you give. You get back. What do you give? This guy's got a website. He offers men's work, energy work, food work. He was a speaker at a conference. He's got his calling thing right there. I respect that. All right, let's say I want to do some energy work. The realest type of energy work one can get involved with. How can I help? He can do subtle de-armoring, Kundalini energy work. Sounds good. What's the cost? What's the cost? Oh, it's cheap. Well, let me get the, I want the full package, big guy. I want the discounted full package. That's what I'm going to be looking for in my PayPal account. The full package. Full body de-armoring. And I'm going to help you work your way towards fully opening and awakening your energetic body. And I like euros. I'm always inspired when I receive a donation of euros. You know, that Australian money is, well, better for the kangaroos than it is for me. No, you don't need to fill out an intake form. You don't need to book your session. Just a straight up donation, big guy. I'll keep my eyes on it. That's great, isn't it? It was all worth it. The camera, the light, the microphone, it was all worth it in the end for this moment. Please leave a like if you haven't already, everybody. Please ask your question. Leave your comment down below. Why is this a horizontal live stream rather than a vertical live stream? That's because this is really for the students. This is for the real followers and the real practitioners. This is not for the passers-by. This is our advanced class. The simple answer is yes. All right, let's go into the Xander zone.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
We are all.
This guy.
We
Oh,
are
oh my, please,
all.
not this guy, not this
We
guy.
are
Please mute him. Please mute him.
all
Please fucking
in
mute him.
this moment
Please mute him.
together.
Mod, you know what to do. Mod, you know what to do.
This no, this guy's trying to be me. He's trying to jester, bro. Dr. Rob, you're not like me, bro.
Yo, this guy's
Not-
jester maxing, bro. Get him out of here.
You know what?
Bro, mods, you know what to do, mods.
You know what to do, bro.
Rob, I'm Monkey to Oblivion.
You know what to do, mods.
First of all, don't tell anybody else what to do.
Just
How,
looking at you, Dr. Rob, I can
how
tell.
can you be like 30 years old on .org, bro? Fuck.
Mods, you know what to do. I'm a trial
No,
mod. You know what to do,
no.
mods.
We got a
Seriously,
negative
bro,
press
sort it
also
out.
running. We got a negative
Yo,
going
Tyrone,
on.
I'm literally a mod, bro. I don't know what to do, bro. I don't know what to do.
Terrible gonial angle.
Negative testicle recession.
Wait, so we're rating dicks now, bro? What?
Yeah.
Well, it's the main part of the human body, so yeah.
Excessive foreskin. Cheese under knob.
It's
Wait,
time to
guys,
get real.
guys.
It's time to get real. It's time to stop being fake. It's time to stop getting fake, and it's time to start being real. Sincere.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Be open.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
Stop fronting. Stop bluffing. Stop
For sure.
pretending.
Keep
Bro,
preaching, keep preaching.
bro, Dr. Rob, you are not
Dr.
welcome
Rob,
in the East
Dr. Rob.
Midlands, bro. You are not welcome in the East Midlands,
I
bro.
would like to.
That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Like, if I see you in real life, bro, if I see you in real life,
You are pretending. You are pretending to know what's going on when you don't know what's going on.
What are you talking about?
Mods, you know what to do, mods.
Yo, Rob,
Dr.
yo,
Rob's
Rob,
definitely
get
getting
that
mocked
wig
right now.
off, bro.
Dude, Dr.
Get that
Rob,
wig
I'm
off.
begging you, Dr.
Let
Rob,
us see your bald head.
Dr. Rob, I'm begging you to show up in the East
Drop,
Midlands.
drop.
I'm begging you to show up in the East Midlands.
Dr. Rob, you know what to do, bro. Mods, you know what to do.
You know what to do.
Mods know what to do. Take off his PSL.
Recess
He
his
didn't
jaw.
take off his PSL. He has 0 PSL.
Mods, you know what to do. You're the reverse double jump.
Mods, you know what to do, bro.
Yo! Why'd you tap
Yo,
back,
Atlantic.
bro?
Am I allowed in Atlantis?
Oh, nobody here's arguing, buddy. Okay, do we have any questions or comments or sharing?
It's not considered either beyond or not beyond. Something without limit. Not considered liberated, not liberated. It's not considered all gone or not all gone. Still thinking all gone, not all gone, that is a self-torture from desire. Not consider all gone or not all gone. It's not consider remaining or not remaining. Isn't consider having or not having. It's not consider being or not being. In order to dissolve, to cleanse without a trace. Not fixate on renounce, not renounce. It's not consider either renounce or not renounce. Don't be obsessed with trying to give up, not give up. It isn't something that is about give up or not give up. Don't fixate on trying to renounce, not renounce anything. It is something that isn't either renounce or not renounce. Don't fixate on cutting or not cutting anything. That is desire. Desire trying. It is something that has nothing to do with cutting or not cutting. It isn't considered to cut or not cut. It's not considered either relating, not relating. It isn't anything that is not or not. Assume up great compassion altogether, everything. Altogether, to empty out, to dissolve without a trace. Or another assume up word, Mahasunyata Nibbana, not just to dissolve samsara, but dissolve everything without separation. No matter if it is beings or not being, there is no meaning, no ego to separate anything, all and everything together. It isn't either renounce or not renounce anything. Don't fixate on trying to cut, not cut, renounce, not renounce. It is something without limit. It isn't considered to cut or not cut, or to renounce or not renounce. It isn't either beyond or not beyond. It's not considered either conditioning or unconditioning. It's not considered beyond or not beyond. not consider getting or not getting, gaining or not gaining.
พูดเลยนะไม่จัดว่าได้หรือไม่ได้อะไรลูก
It's not consider getting or not getting anything.
นิพพานไม่จัดว่าได้หรือไม่ได้
Nibbana isn't about getting or not getting anything, having or not having anything.
เป็นหรือ
It's not consider being or not being anything.
หลงหมกมุ่นกับบารมี
Don't be deluded and fixate on
ได้
having
หล
parami.
งมีหลงไม่มีหลงเป็นหล
Don't
ง
be
ไม่เป็น
deluded in having, not having, being, not being about parami.
ไม่จัดว่าเป็น
It's
ไม่
not
เป็น
consider either being or not being.
ไม่จัดว่ามีหรือไม่มี
It's not consider having or not having. Don't fixate on renounce, not renounce. It isn't considered to renounce or not renounce.
มหากรุณา
Great compassion.
ไม่จัดว่าละ
It's
ไม่ละ
inconsider
อะไรอย่ามัวแต่เห็น
to
แก่ละ
renounce,
เห็น
not
ไม่ละ
renounce. Don't fixate on trying to renounce, not renounce.
ไม่สละ
Don't fixate on trying to give up, not give up.
สิ่งที่ไม่มีขอบเข
It
ต
is something without limit.
ไม่จัดว่าสละ
It isn't considered to give up or
ว่าละหรือไม่ละ
not give up. Isn't considered
จะได้
to renounce, not
โดยมหากรุณา
renounce.
ไร้ร่องรอยล้าง
And that is
ก็เถียงกันไป
great
ล้าง
compassion,
เสมอกันไป
dissolving, cleansing, all everything.
มัวแต่เห็นแก่
Don't fixate.
วิเวกไม่วิเวก
Don't fixate on trying to be
มหา
isolated
กรุณาไม่จัด
or
ว่า
not
วิ
isolated.
เวกหรือไม่วิเว
Great
ก
compassion isn't about being isolated or not isolated.
มหากรุณาไม่จัดว่าละหรือไม่ละ
Great compassion isn't about
ที่ไร้ร่องรอย
renounce or not
เถียงกันไป
renounce. It is something that dissolve and cleanse all everything.
มหากรุณาไม่จัดว่าตัดหรือ
Great compassion isn't considered to cut or not cut.
ตัดเห็นแก่
Don't
ไม่ตัด
fixate on cutting, not cutting.
จะได้มหากรุณาไร้ร่องรอยล้างก็เขียนกันไป
To
ล้าง
cleanse,
เสมอ
to
กันไป
dissolve everything throughout.
มหากรุณาเนี่ยไม่จัดว่าดับหรือไม่ดับ
Great compassion isn't considered to extinguish or not
สิ่งที่ไม่มีขอบ
extinguish.
เขต
It is something without
ไม่
limit.
จัดว่าตัดหรือไม่ตัด
It isn't
ไม่
either
จั
to
ดว่า
cut or
ดับ
not
หรือ
cut.
ไม่ดับ
It isn't considered extinguish or not
โดยไร้ร่องรอย
extinguish.
ล้าง
That is the dissolution, the emptiness throughout all and everything.
เห็นแก่ตัดเห็นแก่
Don't
ไม่ตัด
fixate on cut, not cut.
มหากรุณาลุ่มๆดอน
That is not a smooth, great compassion.
ๆแก่ละเห็นแก่ไม่
If you
ละ
still fixate on trying to renounce, not renounce,
เห็นแก่ทิฏฐินิยมคตินิยม
you still attach to your beliefs,
ทิฏฐินิ
values,
ยมตัณหาคตินิยม
desire, beliefs, desire, values.
ตัดไม่ตัด
Cut, not cut. Renounce, not renounce. Liberated, not liberated. All clear, not all clear.
ตัณหาคตินิยมสิ่งที่ไม่มีขอบเขต
It is something that is beyond all
ไม่
limits.
จัดว่าเนื่องด้วยหรือไม่
It's
เนื่อง
not
ด้วย
considered condition or not condition.
ไม่จัดว่านอกเหนือหรือไม่นอกเหนือ
It isn't either transcendent or not transcendent.
จะได้มหากรุณาไร้ร่องรอยล้า
To
ง
have
กันไป
great compassion, dissolving all and everything.
ไม่จัดว่าหรือไม่เนื่องด้วย
It's not considered condition or unconditioned.
รือไม่นอกเหนือ
It isn't considered transcendent or not transcendent. Isn't considered having or not having. It isn't considered being or not being. Don't fixate on trying to renounce, not renounce. That is beliefs, values. It is something that isn't either to renounce or not renounce. It is something without limit. Isn't consider. Isn't consider. Isn't consider. Don't be attached to renounce, not renounce. It isn't considered to renounce or not renounce. Nibbana doesn't have either renounce or not renounce. Nibbana isn't either having, not having, being or not being. Nibbana doesn't have the meaning of Nibbana itself. Even Nibbana isn't either Nibbana or no Nibbana. It's just a made-up word of great compassion, assume up words of great compassion. Even Nibbana, it isn't either Nibbana or no Nibbana. It's just some language we assume up for great compassion. It isn't considered having limit or not having limit. It is something without limit. It's just the language of great compassion assume up. Great compassion assume up. That is it. Something that isn't considered renounced or not renounced. Something that not considered give up or not give up. Something not considered cut or not cut. whatever that we have been deluded, either worldly or Dhamma, that lead to attachment to any tradition in Dhamma, being examples, all and everything that we have been deluded, being examples, in a way that leading to delusion, both in worldly way and Dhamma way, be forgiven. It's unfortunate in both worldly and Dhamma, having something to do with worldly matters and Dhamma, creating samsaras.
Good. All right, so we got some interesting. So we got a message. We got a young man, a young spiritual teacher, he's European, and they've reached out to Dr. Rob, and they say, "I saw you. I love your vibe, on a similar path, and interested in ordination." Well, I didn't get that part, but that's great. So we had our call recently. I think you all heard that call, some of you. And he said, embrace the hopelessness of me getting somewhere to natural openness to flow. And the answer to that is no. So, still curious which places, teachers you recommend to get my ass whooped by the Dhamma. That's a big yes. Where are the meditation masters, and what kind of donations do you need? Money talks and money walks, all right? Put the money in my pocket so that I can walk. And I might break my leg, so, make sure that it's a big donation. And I'm open to hear what you have as teachings, recommendations as well. Well, I don't care what you're open for. And then they said, you got some real attainment, but your gremlin is huge as well. I am open to donate, but will you answer my questions? So there's actually something to donate for? I do feel coerced. Perhaps we start first, and when proven valuable, I can naturally donate. That's what they all say. That's what all the white men say. This is another Darren in the making. So anyways, everybody, there's no convenience here. There's no convenience here. There's nothing convenient here. You want to buy something, then I got the website for you right here, and you can do a full Kundalini de-armoring for about 700 euros. All right? That's what's going to be convenient. There's going to be a lot of convenience in that, I can promise that. But this is Al Gore's Dhamma. This is the inconvenient truth, okay? There's nothing convenient about this here. Now, am I very ready and willing to help help someone, of course. I mean, this it's a transactional problem. It's a transactional problem. And if you can't break out of the transactional problem, then I would either be putting myself in a disservice by recommending you the best place that I could, or I'd be putting you at a disservice by recommending the best place that I could to move forward. So my advice is, don't take advice from somebody that you're not willing to listen to and sit with and practice with, regardless of what their vibes are or what they say to you or whatever. I say a lot of crazy shit. I make a lot of weird noises. So you, Buck, you hang around, Buck. And anyways, of course, I'm fully willing and ready to help you. But this idea that I'm supposed to restructure my life around the desire for your money or the desire for meeting your desire, I'm sorry, but we don't do it like that around here. I don't need your money. I don't want your money. I don't know who you are. I don't want anything from you. I don't want you to do anything. Okay? So you're very welcome here, and I'm very glad to have a young man like you here who's selling 700 euro Kundalini courses. But this is a lot more valuable than one of those courses. The information that I've got locked in this little brain for the resources, for the connections. And if that's something that you want a piece of the pie of, baby, then you better be ready to pay up. You better be ready to put that cash on the table. Okay? That's what it's all about, baby. That's what Bali's about. That's what an abundancy lifestyle is about. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Of course it's based. It's very based. He seems like a cool guy. Seems like a nice guy. I'd love to work with him, but... And then he said, after he called me a gremlin, I said, it's a joke, friend, but of course I'll help you out as much as I can. Sent the PayPal and said, no sale, only donation accepted. No sale, only donation accepted. What a hero. What an exemplar. But what am I supposed to do? I mean, am I going to go to hell? I mean, this guy wants something from me, so now I've got to be his slave. I've got to be his soul slave because this guy wants something from me and because it might help him out, because this is valuable information concerned with the Dhamma. So what am I supposed to do? Just do what he tells me to do? Generosity doesn't have a timeline. This is a timeless giving, friend. But I'm not going to try and hook you in. If anything, I'm going to try and push you away so that you can, not be burdened by my burdens and by my lack of understanding and lack of knowledge. You'll find it. Especially you see a guy like this telling you that he knows where the real meditation masters are and then sends you his PayPal link. You got all the motivation you need now to find the best meditation master that's around you in Thailand. Yes or no? I'm not a businessman. I'm not a money man. I'm not in business for myself. If I could make it work, I wouldn't have any money. I would just have, people who support and take care of things and leave me out of it, Maybe some pocket money. But other than that, that would be my preference. I'm not a businessman. I don't have business ideals. Now let's get some big W's in the chat for Dr. Rob. Let's get a round of applause for Dr. Rob and his work and his energy and his generosity. Come on, everybody. Round of applause. W's in the chat. Yeah. Get your money up, everybody. Get your money up. Get that money flowing. You might be a good candidate. I don't know, Molded Reese's, but you might be a good candidate for the Monk Life Meditation Australian Mining Program. MLAM. Monk Life Meditation Australian Mining Program. MLMAP. The MLAP program. Monk Life Meditation Mining Program is an incredible, Australian mining program is an incredible opportunity for young to middle-aged men of Dr.Rob to actually go out and have an incredible experience in the wilds of Australia, oftentimes stolen land, stolen territory from the Aboriginal people, and to make a 6-month to a 1-year commitment to work in the mines in Australia. So definitely think about it. We'd love to have you out there. We'd love to get you to work in the mines. Here we go. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Okay, we can do some repentance together. Oh, my ancient twisted karma, born of beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, formed of body, speech, and mind, I now fully atone. Oh, my ancient twisted karma, born of beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, formed of body, speech, and mind. I now fully atone. All my ancient twisted karma, born of beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, formed of body, speech, and mind. I now fully atone. Emaho, emaho, emaho. W's in the chat. The wonderful butterfly of atonement. Well, I think that we've had quite a fantastic and quite a wonderful live session. Do we have any questions or sharing before we finish? Dea down beganze, ma beganze, ranza zamunga de zua. Dea down beganze, ma beganze, ranza zamunga de zua. Dea down beganze, ma beganze, ranza zamunga de zua. Dea down beganze, ma beganze, ranza zamunga de zua. Der Daum beganze, ma beganze, ranze zamunga de zua. Der Daum beganze, ma beganze, ranze zamunga de zua. All right. Shout out to Mason. Thank you, Mason, for your comment, for your sharing on WhatsApp. And what else is there to say? What else is there to say? Truly.
Properly in manufactured incense is offered to sanctify the purity of good practitioners. And so we need to honor those, we need to see the great odor, great smell, great kind of goodness of those people. So we're offering to the prayer of very beautiful honesty. And then the fifth one is aloke, om ayatara sabareva, aloke, so the thumbs up. These represent the lamp. Lamp is the knowledge. Some universities, colleges, schools, they said they put the light as a symbol of what they're offering. Yes. So here the aloke means I offer light. Of course, it's not the symbolic light through gesture and mantra, but actual light, if you can offer. The main light of all light is light of dispelling the wrong views, thinking self is color and creed and skin and profession and so on. We are just merely labeled, but we are not it, Then the sixth one is Gande. Om Ayatara Sabarevara Gande Ahung. Gande is means perfume. We are offering perfume in order to remove the bad odor of fear and doubt and suspicion and indecisions. So therefore the perfume is to deodorize all the negativities around it, remove all the thought, bad smell, but instead replace them with pure smell. So it means a lot of humility there. Humility, people who have humility, they got great courage. They cannot be harmed by anybody. So the seventh or the sixth one. The seventh one is Nevedya. Omayatara Nevedya is food. So food is basically, without food we will die of starvation. So the fact that we can practice Dharma is we have a good decent meal, either before or after. So you should not let go yourself hungry. So it means you should eat well, but eat with moderation. Again, the Nevedya is food.
He's encouraging me to be hungry for a good meal tonight.
They play in Tibetan monastery. I don't think it's very musical. They're very loud and very unprepared. But nevertheless, someone offer music. Music means maybe offer music of right speech. Maybe never harsh, speak directly to the person, behind the person, and so on. And so one rather doesn't want to engage in all of that. So that concludes the 8 offerings. So offering is a meritorious practice in order to purify meanness and miserliness and stinginess. Those 2 people who don't want to do that, they're just looking on the face and never actually want to contribute some good. So these 7 are very important limbs. Then the accumulation of merit continues by doing 7-limb prayer. So this 7-limb prayer consists of the confession, It's a limp because if you confess each day, then you are not limping. Because otherwise you have done transgress some things, but you haven't purified them. So the confession prayer, daily sadhana, also repairs your minor transgressions of pratimoksha bodhisattva vows. So that's why you pay the homage, taking refuge in the triple gem and confessing negative karma is the first gem. Then secondly, rejoicing in the virtue of all beings, and means this is rejoicing always how much it may have taken for the Buddha to become Buddha and then wait until that time to come to this world. So with this in mind, we are rejoicing the virtue of all Buddhas, and from the Buddha all the way down to, say, fairly ordinary people, and their generosity, their dedication, and their amazing willingness to help and do things for people. So we should always rejoice, and then we have no jealousy. Third is taking refuge in the triple gem, which we know. Fifth is wishing bodhicitta. Sixth is engaging bodhicitta. Seventh is dedication merit. So when you recite this sevenfold prayer, it's good because even when you visit temple and on pilgrimage, if you don't know other prayer, you can just do that and do prostration. The sevenfold prayer, very good. The sevenfold prayer followed by after making the offerings is that it very much goes to all the things that makes ourselves to be free of negative karma, is that we confess the negative karmas. We don't create any new negative karma, and we rejoice. So that means we do not become blatantly sort of ignoring and disregarding other people, overlooking other people. We rejoice. See, that's a rejoice and the refuge in the triple gem overcomes the negative habits of people resorting to war or fame or reputation or wealth or various sort of harmful profession. All of the people should not take refuge in them. Like people get up 4 o'clock in the morning, go to the lake and then catch fish. But if those people at that early, if they were to do the practice, and good things would be good, but they're going home. So here we want sentient beings to be brought into the line, in line to go for refuge in the triple gem, in order to benefit them, my own others, them, awaken bodhicitta. So the fourth limb is wishing bodhicitta. Fifth limb rather. Sixth limb is engaging bodhicitta. That you don't just say I will do or pray, but you actually do. And that's very important. And the seventh one is dedication and merit. So that's the sevenfold prayer. Then meditation on the four immeasurable loving kindness, compassion, joyfulness, and equanimity, respectively remedies their antithesis. So antithesis of loving kindness is ill will. Antithesis of compassion is aggression or violence. Antithesis of joyfulness is sadness, a depression. And the antithesis of equanimity is restlessness, bias. So we are generating these four immeasurable qualities. Intelligent emotion, well-regulated emotion will enable us to do good with others as well. So that concludes the accumulation method. Second is accumulation of wisdom. With this, you do this by meditating on emptiness, or contemplate that all phenomena appear and exist in both samsara and nirvana, are empty of their own nature. So this is meditating on the emptiness of self and phenomena, the samsara and nirvana. By reciting the mantra Om Swabhava Shuddho Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddho Aham, means all phenomena are by nature pure. I too am by nature pure. So with that, while saying this, you should vanish, deep proliferate yourself as a practitioner. Then instantly out of that state of emptiness, out of the state of that emptiness of luminosity, and then you generate yourself in the form of Tara. So here in this case, you're generating the sweet moonlight white Tara on the moon, lotus and moon disc. The seed syllable is Ta, the long Ta, and that appears from the syllable Ta, rays of light radiate, absorbs, and then yourself instantly become Tara with the three faces, and the three faces of front center face is white, right is blue, left is yellow, and you have 12 arms. 12 arms meaning that you have to, if you're going to help sentient beings to purify the negative karma, you got to be very quick to help them. So my first pair of hands are meditative pose. That means those, even though Tara is very active, but she is always never moving away from the meditation. The other right hands, is 5 of them, hold firstly the Katvanga staff. Katvanga staff is a hand implement. They symbolize it destroys the 3 poisons. And then the wheel of Dharma is turning the wheel of Dharma. Jewel is actually showing your wealth. Vajra is your aggressive, spiritually very aggressive power. And garland of flower means blossoms of the qualities. Likewise, your left hand, the second left hand is a water bottle. Water bottle is a great symbol to quench the thirst. Then give the upala flower, give it over flower. Then the bell, and then the flask, and the scripture of volumes. Volume of scriptures. Yeah, when you offer these 6 implements, and that Tara is creating the merit. Yeah, and then you are seated in a very playful posture, very peaceful, and then on top of your forehead and is Om, and throat is Ah, and heart Hung, rays of light, and then invokes the 5 Tathagatas. 5 Tathagatas before, and then you request firstly what you call firstly you invoke the wisdom being into the Samaya Sattva. So when Samaya Sattva and Jnana Sattva are fused, then Tara is the white Tara that you are is now.
Very interesting, yeah? So you can become a Tibetan Buddhist. You can follow the Tibetan Buddhism. Visit the Tibetan Buddhist center in your area. Go and have a look. Well, everybody, we've been live for 3 hours or so now, about 3.5 hours. So if there's any questions or sharing, then we will receive that. But if there's not, then we will bring this live stream. We will bring this time to an end, because we're not going to live stream forever. We're not going to be live streaming forever here, okay? So do we have any comments, any questions, any complaints, any concerns that need to be raised before we end this session? I don't know what that means, but no. You fucking loser, you freak. Don't ever come in here ever again talking that shit. Don't ever pollute this spiritual environment with your bullshit ever again. All right, well, we're going to end the live stream. There's no comments, there's no questions, there's no donations, there's no complaints, there's no insults, there's no praises. So that must mean that we're ready, we're finished, we're good to go. We're ready to wrap up here. we're ready to bring this to an end for the now. All right? So I thank you for all spending your time here and making this a meaningful experience and activity. All right, then, that's it. That's the end of the live stream. Okay, everybody. Love and light. Finish where you start. Practice not thinking. And don't believe anything. Practice not thinking and practice not believing anything here and now, right now. Practice it right now. No thoughts, no believing in anything right now. No thoughts and no believing in anything right now. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Be happy, be peaceful, be free. See you again soon.